those resources an organization lacks or activities the firm does poorly are its weaknesses. SWOT analysis serves as the link between the organization's goals and ensuring that the company can meet its objectives. It establishes the direction for the company through strategic planning. To make sure that appropriate personnel are available to meet the requirements set by the strategic planning process, human resource managers engage in employment planning. This is the process of linking organizational strategy to human resource planning. Assessing current human resources. The process of assessing current human resources begins with developing a profile of the organization's current employees. This internal analysis requires information about the workers and the skills they currently possess, which is obtained from forms completed by employees and checked by supervisors. A human resources inventory report is then generated that would include a complete list of all employees by name, education, training, prior employment, current position, performance ratings, salary level, languages spoken, capabilities, and specialized skills. The inventory serves as a guide in strategic planning and HRM activities. To assist the HR inventory, organizations have implemented a Human Resource Information System, or HRIS. It is a computerized system that assists in the processing of HRM information. In addition to this, some organizations also generate a separate management inventory report called a replacement chart. It is an HRM organizational chart which indicates positions that may become vacant in the near future and the individuals who may fill in the vacancies. Compare demand for the supply of labor. A projection of future human resource needs is done by performing a year-by-year analysis for every significant job level and type. Forecasting of supply must also be performed. Factors that can either increase or decrease a company's employee base must be looked at in estimating changes in internal supply. Forecasts of future demand for workers and the supply for human resources must be brought together to pinpoint shortages, both in number and in kind, to highlight areas where overstaffing may exist and to keep abreast of the opportunities existing in the labor market to hire qualified employees. Job analysis. A job analysis is a systematic exploration of the activities within a job. It is a technical procedure used to define a job's duties, responsibilities, and accountabilities. The 6 different methods in performing job analysis are observation method, individual interview method, group interview method, structured questionnaire method, technical conference method, and diary method. Observation method is a technique in which data are gathered by watching employees work. This method provides first-hand information, but workers rarely function most efficiently when they are being watched, and so distortions in the job analysis can occur. Individual interview method is done by meeting with an employee to determine what his or her job entails. Results of these interviews are combined into a single job analysis. Group interview method is done by meeting with a number of employees to collectively determine what their jobs entail. Accuracy is increased in assessing jobs, but group dynamics may hinder its effectiveness. Structured questionnaire method uses a specifically designed questionnaire which employees rate tasks they perform in their jobs. This technique is excellent for gathering information but lacks the opportunity for follow-up questions or clarifications. Technical conference method is a technique that involves extensive input from the employee's supervisors. Although information is obtained from experts, it often overlooks the incumbent workers' perceptions about what they do on their job. Diary method is a job analysis method requiring job incumbents to record their daily activities. It is the most time-consuming method and may extend over for a long period of time. There are two other job analysis processes: the Department of Labor's Job Analysis Process and the Position Analysis Questionnaire. The Department of Labor's Job Analysis Process describes what a worker does by having someone observe and interview the employee. This information is standardized and cataloged into three general functions such as data, people, and things. The Position Analysis Questionnaire, or PAQ, generates job requirement information applicable to all types of jobs. The PAQ represents a more quantitative and finely tuned description of jobs compared to that of the Department of Labor. Purpose of job analysis. No matter what method is used to gather data, the job analysis generates three tangible outputs: job description, job specification, and job evaluation. A job description is a written statement of what the job holder does, how it is done, under what conditions, and why. It acts as an important resource for describing the job to potential candidates, guiding a newly hired employee in what he is specifically expected to do, and providing a point of comparison in evaluating performance against stated duties. The job specification states the minimum acceptable qualifications that the incumbent must possess to perform the job successfully. It is an important tool for keeping the selector's attention on the list of necessary qualifications and assisting in determining whether candidates are qualified. Job evaluation specifies the relative value of each job in the organization. Through job analysis, valuable information for making job comparisons is provided. Steps in conducting job analysis. The steps involved in conducting a job analysis include understanding the purpose of conducting the job analysis, understanding the role of jobs in the organization, benchmarking positions, determining how to collect job analysis information, seeking clarification wherever necessary, developing the first draft of the job description, and reviewing the draft with a job supervisor. Recruiting. Recruiting is the process of seeking sources for job candidates. An effective recruitment process requires a significant pool of candidates to choose from. The first goal of recruiting is to communicate the position in such a way that job seekers respond. The more applications received, the better the recruiter's chances of finding an individual best suited to the job requirements. At the same time, the recruiter must provide enough information about the job so that unqualified applicants can select themselves out of the job candidacy. Barriers to recruiting success. There are several factors that limit recruiting outcomes. Organization image. A poor company image may limit its attraction to applicants. Job attractiveness. If the job vacancy to be filled is an unattractive job, it may be difficult to gather a large and qualified pool of applicants. Internal organizational policies. Company policies such as promote from within wherever possible also reduces the number of applications received. Government influence. Anti-discrimination laws protect applicants from being rejected on the basis of physical appearance, sex, or religious background. Recruiting costs. Budget restrictions put a time limit on searches. Budget maximizing must be practiced by conducting interviews